All right, I think we could get ready and start soon. Since this is going to be recorded, we'll share with the community afterwards. I think some of our community is still in their previous sharing session, so let's get started.
Awesome, thank you so much. Welcome everyone. I hope I'm clearly audible to everyone, and yeah, we'll see more people joining in. So I'll just start sharing my screen as well. So yeah, so in this kind of you could call it AMA, I'll just go over some of the things about Mantle and how you can basically get started with building on Mantle and what are the bounties that we're going to be giving, what are the different tracks, and I'll also go in details about prizes and also like some of the quick references for you, so that everyone can have a great time hacking and building on Mantle. So yeah, so in terms of content, I will be talking about a brief introduction about Mantle, what is Mantle, and how we are kind of different from other layer twos, and how you can build on Mantle. Then I will be talking about what are the different bounties and grants that we are offering. I'll definitely share with you some of the important links that are going to help you while building some dApps. I'll go over bounties and prizes, as I said. So yeah, so starting with a general introduction about what is Mantle. Mantle is a high-performance modular Ethereum layer 2 network. And by modular, I mean that it's very easy for us to kind of integrate different sort of solutions which are out there. Now, these things can be in terms of roll-ups and modularity in terms of data availability. So basically, we are trying to combine an Ethereum rollup with a decentralized data availability layer. And when I say data availability layer, I mean uh, we are powered by EigenLayer, which provides you guys which basically provides us a very high throughput, which basically means that we can access all the information about previous transactions uh, at a very fast rate without compromising with the security side of things. And when I say we are going to be combining all of this with our Ethereum rollup, I'm talking about an optimistic rollup that we are using at the moment. So yeah, so we are based on optimistic rollups. If you guys want to learn more about it, you can definitely go on to research more about what is an optimistic rollup and how are things working in terms of optimism. Now, this offers various different advantages when it comes to building dApps. Things like low gas fees, high security, and faster transaction times. So yeah, so these are the three essential things which basically you need when we talk about the blockchain trilemma, and we are trying to solve all the three possible scenarios with the best of the technology which is out there. Now, coming to a bit about Mantle's background. So Mantle is a BitDAO initiative. BitDAO is one of the largest DAO out there. I think it's the second biggest DAO in terms of treasury of about $2.4 billion. BitDAO empowers us. So we use Bit tokens as our native token, and also a gas token on Mantle. So whatever gas fees you're going to be paying for your contract deployments, for your transactions, it is all done with the Bit token. And we get exclusive access to the extensive BitDAO ecosystem of different projects and apps out there. So yeah, we'll be integrating with all the protocols and the projects in the BitDAO ecosystem. And with all of this, you get great community support and a very flourishing ecosystem. Yeah, so as I said, Mantle is a EVM compatible blockchain. It is very easy for builders to use any of the EVM tools. And we are constantly trying to partner up with as many great tooling partners and infra partners out there so that we can offer best-in-class development experience for all the developers to build and ship dApps without a lot of headache, right? Because whenever we talk about building dApp, there's always like a lot of issues that we run into. So we try to support the community with the best um, like technical support on our Discord and on our Telegram. And we're soon going to be starting to support a lot of development tools that you can just plug and play with while you're building on Mantle. So yeah, we are a completely compatible chain. So these things actually make it very easy for anyone to build on Mantle because you get a already familiar EVM ecosystem and an EVM environment. So since we are based on Optimism, you will be playing around with a similar kind of Optimism tech stack to deploy your smart contracts. Developers can all use all the same tooling that they use with Ethereum. You get high security and performance that is done without compromising on the UX side of things. So it is still very simple for the initial users and the early users to kind of get used to it. And with a layer 2 roll-up architecture, we get high security ensured on our network. Lastly, we leverage innovations in tech stack. So being a modular blockchain and design, it is very easy for us to kind of plug and play with different rollups. So in case in future, if you want to play around with like different other rollups, if you talk about, one of the most popular rollups out there is zero knowledge based rollups. Multiple different layer 2s are working on it. So if you want to like try out that technology, it is always very easy for us to integrate that without facing a long downtime. So yeah, so that is a major advantage for us. And EigenLayer, basically implementation of EigenLayer empowers us to reduce the to basically increase the throughput on our blockchain to access all the transaction history from the nodes, which makes the whole blockchain very scalable. Now, coming to some of the things about bounties, grants, and investments. So we are actively participating in different hackathons, like just the one that you guys are participating in right now. It's the Account Abstraction Hackathon. So we are offering different bounties. Apart from this, we are also participating in various ETH Global events. We're going to be at ETH Lisbon, which is probably happening, which is probably up next. We were also at ETH Tokyo, offering different bounties for the developers. So we always want to empower builders and developers by incentivizing them with different bounties. So yeah, so you can always follow us, follow our website on all the upcoming, hackathons or conferences that we're going to be at, and you can always participate. At those hackathons. And if you build on Mantle, you always stand a chance to win our bounties. Apart from that, we also have a very comprehensive ecosystem grants program. Just to kind of talk about that, here is the landing page for our grants. So if you guys are interested in applying for grants, if you guys want to build something on Mantle, we are actually accepting a lot of projects to then review and then see what is the feasibility of integrating them into the Mantle's ecosystem. So we do have a form that you can access just simply by clicking on apply now, and you will be redirected to a form wherein you can put in all the information about your project, and you can basically tell us more about it, a little bit about the founders and the whole team behind the project, what category it falls into, and what is the size of what is the ticket size that you will be requiring. And based on that, our BD team and our grants team will reach back out to you. We'll kind of go over the whole proposal that you have sent us, and we'll be working with you to figure out how we can make the best of the grant that we will offer to you. So yeah, so in order to access this grants form, just go to mantle.xyz/grants and you will be able to see the form. Also, if you scroll down, you'll see more information about the grants program, like what are the what are the ticket sizes for different grants. And since we are on the mainnet, and we'll be going when we are on the testnet right now, we'll be going on mainnet very shortly. So it's the right time for you to kind of gain kind of an edge over other developers who will have ideas, maybe let's say once we go live, but you will still get an edge if you start building it now on Mantle. And if you have any unique ideas, you will be able to test it on the testnet right now. And once we go on mainnet, you will of course see a lot more users and a lot more on-chain transactions happening on your app. So yeah, so feel free to kind of scroll down and read more about our grants program. Again, it's mantle.xyz/grants. I think I've also included a QR code for you guys over here that you can just scan and access. So yeah, so this is a QR code that you can just scan and access that particular web page. Along with that, I've also added a Mantle support QR code. So if you scan this, you will be redirected to our Telegram channel, where you can always ask any sort of doubts that that you might have, any sort of queries, problems, and someone from our DevRel team or the technical support team will be right back to you with possible solutions on how we can work around things. So between the hackathon, if you ever face any sort of doubts, feel free to use our public channels like the Telegram channel or the Discord channel to open a ticket and then ask your doubts in detail, and we'll be right there to help you guys. Yeah, so coming to the exciting part, which is the tracks for this particular hackathon. So as we know, it is an account abstraction theme-based hackathon. We have kind of jotted down 4 main ideas for you to build around with. So like feel free to like kind of build something which involves account abstraction and Mantle apart from these ideas as well. But this is just to give you a base idea of what we expect and some of the good starting points for you to kind of build. So firstly, we have flexible gas payments. So under this track, you can develop a dApp that enables users to pay gas fees using tokens other than the native cryptocurrency which is required for that particular blockchain. So you can leverage this with the help of account abstraction, and you can streamline transactions and improve the user's experience without having to use the native cryptocurrency. They can use something like bit tokens. Then we have enhanced smart contract integrations. So under this, builders can create a solution that simplifies the smart contract interactions. So we all know how difficult it gets for someone who is not a active user, who's not that active, with, let's say, who's not that familiar with smart contracts. So interaction with the smart contract might get difficult. So you can build some sort of a solution to make it easier for them. So this second track is kind of more towards the dev experience side of things. So all you have to do is figure out a way to make it easier for the users to manage and execute complex transactions with the help of account abstraction technology. Thirdly, we have DeFi apps. So you can build a DeFi app which benefits the account abstraction's potential to reduce the gas costs and improve the user experience for someone who's new to the smart contract, someone who's new to the whole ecosystem. And then you can basically make it more efficient for them to use anything in terms of DeFi, and you can basically offer a very user-friendly, decentralized finance solution. And lastly, we have layered security, which includes building an application which, of course, uses account abstraction to enhance the security. And you can have different functionalities under this, maybe enabling the multi-sig wallets, hardware wallet support, and other advanced features without actually compromising on the simplicity of the user's experience. So these are some really good ideas for you to work around with. coming to the prizes. So this is, of course, a very exciting thing that all the hackers want to know. So the first prize for our bounties is about $3,000. Then second prize would be $2,000. Third prize would be $1,000, and we'll also have three prizes of $500, which will be considered as honorable mentions. And the requirements for your submissions would be that the submissions should be deployed on the Mantle's testnet. And to kind of prove that the smart contract has been deployed on Mantle's testnet, you should also add the link to your contract on the Mantle Explorer so that we can review that very easily. And a quick video demo of how you have built the app, and a quick walkthrough video would be very appreciated, along with the GitHub repository, which contains all the code for your dApp, so that we can do our due diligence and we can see the feasibility of the dApp. So yeah, when it comes to building on Mantle, there are a few things that you need to set up before you actually start deploying smart contracts on our testnet. So here is the QR code, which will redirect you to the quick start guide, which is one of the technical documents that we have on the website. So once you scan this, you will be redirected to this page, which basically has a lot of information, a lot of important links for you. Firstly, it has the faucets link where you can claim your some test bit tokens. Then there is the Mantle testnet bridge that you will need to bridge your ERC20 tokens on the Mantle network. Then there is also a link to the Mantle Explorer. So feel free to go onto the Explorer. Once you have deployed a smart contract, you can always see the smart contract has been deployed or not successfully with the help of the Explorer. And we have also included links that will be useful while adding Mantle Network within your MetaMask. So yeah, we have included the Mantle's RPC URL as well as the chain ID. And yeah, so this basically has a very good summary of steps that you need to follow. So this basically runs you down with how you can add network to your wallet, and in this case, it's MetaMask. So you will need all these details to kind of add Mantle testnet onto your MetaMask wallet. And then what's the process like to acquire test bit tokens and also some GETH. In order to claim some of the GETH, you can use any of the two faucets. You can use the Paradigm faucet or the Alchemy faucet, because when you bridge your tokens, you will need some gas fees, and for that, you need GETH. So yeah, so this basically runs you down with some of the important steps, and this is very important before you kind of deploy any of the smart contracts on Mantle's testnet. So make sure that you kind of go through this, and also other docs that we have. We have some tutorials out there as well to help you guys understand what is the whole process of deploying a smart contract. We also have a particular walkthrough of a NFT deployment tutorial, so you can also check that out. So yeah, just in case if you need access to this page, you can go over to our documentation site, or you can just scan this QR code to get access to it. And yeah, and just some of the things I wanted to mention is if you haven't already registered for the online hackathon that we're doing with Antalpha Labs, make sure that you register for this. The registrations are going to be closing in about 12 days, or you can say 11 days. And we are also co-hosting the Antalpha Labs account abstraction themed Hacker House, which is happening in Montenegro. So I highly encourage all of you guys to participate in this. And yeah, so lastly, if you guys ever need any help, I'm always, so my name is Pranjal, I'm from the DevRel team. I'm always here to help you guys. If you have any doubts, feel free to follow me on any of the socials. You can send me a message, and I'll put you guys in touch with the right people in terms of deploying something related to Mantle and account abstraction. If you have any doubts, you can also ping us on the Telegram channel. I'll show both of the QR codes again. So we have a very fast response times. So if you have any questions, you can go over to our Discord. There's a dev discussions channel. You can post a question related to development over there. And someone from our team will be more than happy to assist you with that. So we always push for great kind of like technical support for all the builders out there. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me on Discord or our team on Discord. And if you guys are interested in Mantle grants, feel free to scan the QR code as well. So yeah, this was a small kind of rundown of what Mantle is, and what we are offering. I hope you guys understood the tracks. If you guys need any more help in terms of tracks or in terms of formulating your ideas, or if you need any sort of deployment help, feel free to ping me. And yeah, basically, you can follow me as well. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions, you can.
Oh, thank you, Pandra. So actually, on my end, I'll be quite interested. So we did a ZKP hackathon with Mental already, and that was really nice. Our hackers has been submitting their projects onto the previous website. And then from my end, I'm curious on like, what have you seen so far on Mental regarding anything related to AA? Is there anything that we could be aware of before we run the same thing again?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do not directly we are not directly compatible with the account abstraction standards yet. I think we can hope for a very quick very quick release by the Biconomy SDK, which will help everyone out there to use the account abstraction standards with Mantle. But there are different ways to work around with account abstraction. Without the need of 4337 standard. So I'm always happy to connect any of the builders out there to just find a way to work around with account abstraction. So as far as I know, because 4337 is not the only standard out there, the account abstraction is still possible without the standard having support on our network. You will basically it's possible. Basically, you need an endpoint which acts the sidecar, which can sponsor the transactions required to integrate all of this. So this goes a little bit technical. So if anyone needs more help, I'm always open to help everyone out there. And hopefully, we'll see the Biconomy SDK support very soon, where users can directly plug and play with the Mantle network, and they'll be seeing the account abstraction support in there as well.
Cool, thank you. So I guess for all our hackers out there, feel free to build anything. It is still a wild world right now. And then, well, from my previous experience working with Mental, our hackers have been very smooth on the deployment. So I guess all my hackers here are good with the hackathon itself. But unless if anyone has any more questions, feel free to reach out here. But also, since Pranjal mentioned, we have a hacker house in Montenegro, so you also have the chance to meet the Mental team on the ground if you have any questions. We actually also have a EDCom panel, so if you are around, come and say hi. Any questions regarding to the technical part on deploying on Mental, or any ideas that you want to exchange regarding account abstractions, feel free to reach out to the community. We're happy to support anything in that sort. So like Pranjal mentioned, our hackathon has already started. It is closing in just a few days, 12 days actually, but believe me, time flies. So make sure to apply as soon as possible, and also make sure you fulfill all the requirements. For example, having a demo itself is very important. if you need any guidance, feel free to check out our previous hackathon we had. It was a ZKP hackathon, which we've had a great attendance on the previous hackathon. So yeah, I guess that's all we have for today, unless anyone has questions. Cool. Then if not, this sharing will be recorded and we'll share it in the community. In case you missed any of the QR code previously, we'll have it across our media channel, so you won't be missing out. But yeah, that's all for today.
Thank you, everyone, once again for joining this short and sweet AMA. Again, just feel free to scan the QR codes, head over to mantle.xyz. You will pretty much find all the important links to our docs, to our Telegram channels, any of the social communities out there. So yeah, feel free to reach out, and I highly recommend you guys to participate in the Andalfa Hacker House in Montenegro, and also for the Devfolio hackathon. I mean, if you're here, you're probably already registered. But yeah, invite your friends around, and yeah, build some cool projects.
Yeah, we look forward to see all the cool projects. Thank you so much for today. All right, bye guys.
Bye everyone.